If your final approach feels like constant correction, pitch up, power down, pitch down, power up, it feels like you're fighting the airplane all the way to the runway. That's not because you're bad at landing, it's because you're chasing the runway. And chasing the runway is what makes approaches unstable. Today I'll show you exactly why it happens and how to stop it immediately. Chasing happens when you react late. You wait until you're clearly high, then you push the nose down. You wait until you're clearly low, then you pull back. You wait until speed changes, then you make big corrections. By the time you react, the aircraft has already moved past where it should be. So the correction becomes too big. That big correction creates another problem, and then you correct again. That cycle is what creates the feeling of chaos on final. You're not behind the airplane, you're behind your timing. Here's the mindset shift that fixes this. Don't correct where you are. You correct where you're going. If your descent rate is slowly increasing, fix it early. If your speed is creeping up, adjust before it becomes obvious. Stable approaches come from small, early corrections, not big, late ones. When you start watching trends instead of reacting to position, the workload on final drops dramatically. And the plane suddenly feels much calmer to fly. Another reason pilots chase the runway is using the wrong control for the job. Pitch changes affect speed. Power changes affect your glide path. If you try to fix descent with pitch, you'll destabilize your airspeed. And if you use large throttle changes, you'll create ballooning and sinking. Instead, think of it this way. Power adjusts where you're going. Pitch fine-tunes how fast you're flying. When both are used gently, your approach becomes predictable. When they are used aggressively, your approach becomes reactive. On a good final, corrections are almost invisible. The yoke barely moves. The throttle barely moves. If someone watching your screen can clearly see big inputs happening, you're probably overcorrecting. Good approaches look calm because the pilot is making tiny adjustments before problems grow. That's why experienced pilots make landings look effortless. They're not reacting late, they're adjusting early. If you want to fix this quickly, try this drill. Fly 5 circuits at the same airport. Don't focus on the touchdown, focus on how calm your inputs are. If your hands look busy, you're chasing. If your corrections are small and early, you're flying the trend. Within a few circuits, you'll feel the difference. Final becomes quiet, and landings start becoming predictable. If the approach starts to feel chaotic again, reset. Add power, go around. There's no benefit in forcing a bad approach. The best pilots reset early, regain control, and try again. That mindset alone will improve your consistency faster than forcing landings that never stabilize.
Going around. Cessna, Sierra Papa Papa. Cessna, Sierra Papa Papa. Roger. Go around.
If your final always feels busy, you're reacting too late. Stop chasing the runway. Start watching the trend. Make small corrections early, and suddenly your final approach becomes calm again. If you want to fix rushed approaches as well, watch the previous video on the channel. That's usually where the problem starts. See you in the cockpit.